Yo, what's up guys? How y'all doing? This is me, CuberBuddy, and have you ever picked up a Rubik's 3x3 cube and you're like, what is this turn? Or maybe what is this turn? Or what is this turn? Well, there's a thing in the cubing world called notation. This is basically how you turn anything on the cube you can turn. So if you're sitting, well, green is currently facing me, so it's going to be called the front, which is represented by a capital letter F. And then since this is facing my right, it's represented by a capital R. Since this is facing my left, this is represented with a capital L. This is facing the top, capital U. Since this is facing the bottom, it's a capital D, which means down. And up is represented by a capital U. And then lastly, this back, it's represented by a capital D. But keep in mind that the ones I have just now told, plain capital letters, these are clockwise turns. And what are these turns called, which are counterclockwise? Well, all of these basic ones I've told you right now. If you add an apostrophe to it, which means prime, it means you turn that face in a counterclockwise position. So I'm holding it, green's facing me. If I make F prime, which is represented by the letter F, which is capital, and an apostrophe, it means you turn it counterclockwise, like here, F prime, or maybe D prime, or R prime. Yep, prime basically means to turn it counterclockwise. More than, maybe you must be wondering, what is this move called? This is M, which I think means middle. It's an easy way to remember as well. And if you turn it like this, it's going to be called an M. If you do it the other way, it's going to be called an M prime. And apostrophe prime works here as well. Or there's maybe this move, which is S. This, if you add apostrophe, which means prime, means to turn that the other way. Then there is this turn, which is a E. If you do it the other way, it becomes a E prime. And then there are rotations, where there is a small X, which means to turn the cube with the bottom layer, which is facing you, turn it to your side. It's like a righty, it's like a R turn. Then there is Y, which means to turn the cube to your right, like this. Then there is Z, which means to turn the cube like this. Then there are also some turns which are like these ones. These are called Y turns. And there are a few types of them. I taught you about the normal F and the F prime and all of those I taught you. Now, if you make it into a lowercase letter, it becomes a wide one. Holding both of these. If I say U prime, it means you hold both of these up layers, you turn them in a counterclockwise position. U prime. Or maybe R, W. Well, there's another way to represent it, which is by a W. If you want to keep the letter capital, you could just add the W, which means wide. Or if you don't want to add the W, that can be a lowercase letter. And finally, this is me, CuberBuddy, zooming out. Hakuna Matata.